I'm actually a massive nerd. I'm a big nerd. What is a nerd? Well, a nerd is someone who obsesses over one particular topic. Now, I'm actually a man of many interests. And I think I have addictive personality disorder, and that can be a blessing or a curse depending on how it's used. And I think it's best to use examples from my own personal life. In a good way, there is the fitness perspective, I've been training for about 5 years and 3 months now. Absolutely love it. I'm a gym lunatic. And then there's another side, back when I had my porn addiction days. Yeah, a lot of porn and jacking off was watched too. I will say that much. And when you have addictive, when you're a nerd, you're just obsessed with everything. And a lot of people tend to put bad connotations when, being a nerd or anything. I don't think it's something to be ashamed of. I believe the majority of us see it bad to be a nerd, and there's nothing wrong with not being a nerd. A nerd is just someone who obsesses over a particular topic, and, I happen to be one of those few individuals also. And we tend to put a very bad connotation on it, and that's very primarily due to the pre-selection of what everyone chose to just put in that word, being a nerd in general. So a lot of us feel very insecure saying the word. But hear this coming from a young 19-year-old man who has been through the trials of, obsessing what people think of them and whatnot. And I'll say this much. Being a nerd and them calling you a nerd is nothing to be ashamed about. Because it quite literally means you're smart. They are calling you smart, and they're using the term nerd as an insulting way to try compliment your positive traits. Now, when you put it like that, you really start to realize how stupid it is, doesn't it? I'm a big nerd. And I believe I started becoming a massive nerd at about the age of 14, 15. English literature to praise for that. Poetry. Yeah. Something about it, man. Literature. Yeah. I love literature, man. I love books. I have so many books in my house. I have novels, I have books, like regular books, I have autobiographies. I read manga. I journal a lot. Just a lot of the introverted shit that would be considered nerdy. And so what? I don't care if I get laughed at, I don't give a fuck. Bro, the only people who really care about you anyway is probably your family and a few of your friends. What, the Lord and yourself? It's very funny how we try to please everyone. Doesn't matter what type of person you become, how kind you are, someone's gonna find a reason to hate. Either you can be sinless and absolutely commit no sins in your life. Someone's still gonna hate. Jesus got hate. He was criticized. You're gonna get criticized too. I don't even go as far to argue that he was a nerd also. He was full of knowledge, omniscient. I'm a man with many interests. And I remember when I was in college, I was about 16, 17 at the time. And I was chilling with people older than me, so two people. They were a few months older than me. And then there was another who was 2 years older than me. And I've nothing bad, I don't hold a grudge against them now, but I was just around the wrong people. They were good people, I did like them, I had to cut them off though. Respectfully, because my morals, beliefs didn't align with them, habits and whatnot. So I cut them off short. And one of them was like, Golden's the type to read books, and she meant that in an insulting way. And I could tell from the way she said it. She was like, Golden's the type to read books. They made fun of me, man. Like, I'm obsessed with health, and I've been the fat person. When something bad happens to you, you're gonna do whatever it takes to become an expert at that thing so it can never happen to you again. I'm also willing to go as far as to say people who've experienced cancer will know a lot more than people with doctors who study cancer at universities. Because the person with cancer, they've actually experienced it. They can really dive deep into the true nuances, mental, physical factors, the emotional roller coaster that goes alongside with that. And as beautiful as ChatGPT is, that's something ChatGPT can never be able to replicate. Because ChatGPT, as beautiful as it is, and I actually see it as a friend, it's a beautiful thing made. It's made 3 years ago now. So I think it's a really good thing also. Look at this bird. 20 years, Golden is moving the birds down for you. This bird is willingly coming to me. Wow. I'm not even gonna scare you, man. That bird is like, man, Golden spent so much facts, man. Golden spent so much facts, bro. I gotta be around this nigga, man. You know? Okay, man, you can't resist. When animals love you, you're on the right path also. Look at these birds. They're not even flying away from me. They love me. And, where was I? I have no shame being a nerd. I am full of interests. Like I told you, I read books of all sorts. I write poems. I study poems. I study history, conquerors of the past. I read novels. I journal, read fiction. I'm obsessed with the recorder right now, instruments. I'm a gym rat in the gym. I love tracking my food. I weigh my food every day. Been doing it for 3 years. I weigh my water. I had an Oura ring. I tracked my sleep before, but then it broke. I need to get back into that. I was also obsessed with tracking my heart rate until the watch broke last year. It was a very stupid way I broke it. Long story short, it's broken. Tracked my steps. I was obsessed with my steps also. I need to get a Fitbit watch again. You know, I wouldn't necessarily say I like talking to. Now I am an introvert. Now if I were to choose between talking to people and not talking to people, I'm not talking to no one, man. Shit, I'm staying at home, bitch. However, it is quite normal to talk. You know, it's human nature, we're social creatures, and we all crave some form of social interaction. And even me as an introvert, with an INTJ personality, I took the test 3 times, and that's what I got consecutively. So even I'm saying, you need to know how to speak to someone. I'm social, and I do have the confidence of an extrovert. However, I don't like being the spotlight. I'm Sasuke Uchiha. I do things in the shadows. You know? I'm not Naruto. And that's fine. Yeah, I just have a shit ton of interests, and I tend to obsess a lot over the... I also have a passion for learning languages also, I forgot to mention. I plan on learning 5. Well, being able to speak 5 by the time I'm 27. I can already speak 2 languages now. I can speak English, my primal first language, and I can speak French, damn near close to being fluent. I'm planning on learning German next year. Then I'm going to learn Spanish. So, I started learning French at 16. When I'm 20, I'll class myself as fluent. Then 20 to 23, I'm going to learn German. By 23, I'll class myself fluent in German. Now, in 2 years in learning my German, I'm gonna pick up Spanish at about probably about 21 or something like that. Learn at 24, so I'll learn the language simultaneously. Hit 24, I will already be a polyglot. God willing, everything goes well. Then the language I wanted to learn the most is Japanese. When I am of age, well, when I'm 24, I'm gonna learn that for 3 years. And I'm gonna have all the languages I wanted to learn. So I am an obsessed bastard. I have too many interests. Far too many, and I obsess over them all. And so I need to schedule my day in ways so I can actually have time to do all of that. Yeah, man of many interests, and I obsess over them all. I may be a nerd, but I'm a jacked nerd. So who's gonna make fun of me? Let's be honest. And not to stroke my own dick or anything, but let's be honest. That is rare as fuck. You're a jacked nerd with a bunch of interests. You're not just a gym person. You're a person who can actually speak. You're a person who's rich. You're mentally on point. Oh, most importantly, you're spiritually in tune. Spiritually in tune. Beautiful. Now, I'm not all of that now. Absolutely not. I know it comes with time, patience. But what I just described to you is a glimpse of what I'll be like about 8 years from now. It won't be the complete package, but damn, it will be a lot better than we are now at 19. So I'm excited to be 27. I'm excited to have 5 languages under my belt. To be financially free, damn near close. To have a bunch more poems to read that I've made and published to the world and touch some hearts. And books and insights, more knowledge. can be passed down. Perspectives, from different authors. Books are crazy. I don't know why everyone hits on nerds. It's beautiful. You have decades worth of wisdom in one book. Wow, wonderful. Books was very sacred back in the day. It was forbidden at times to read books. Now we have so much access, we take it for granted. You hear that? I hope you do. That bird right there is they're tweeting. See if I can zoom in a bit. Yeah, camera quality is not the best, and there he goes. So I'm a nerd, and I say that with pride. A jacked, well-rounded nerd. Take care.